What's up, good people? You are listening to the Dove Square podcast where we discuss whatever, whenever. I am one half of Dove Square, Trina, and I'm here with my good friend, the other half of Dove Square, Reg. How you doing, Reg?
Well, we ain't been discussing much of anything here lately, but here we are. Hey, Trina, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. You are absolutely right. We went on an unplanned hiatus,
hmm
and that's absolutely fine. We can do that.
Jesus came back, and then we waited a week to post that one, and then we didn't come back. So I don't know. I guess we're trying to be like Jesus, but we waited more than 3 days.
Right?
Amen, amen. He got up. Okay, we ain't gonna get into all that. But yeah, it's been a minute, man. So I just wanted to get the ball back rolling, friend. We planned on recording, and I was dealing with some stuff. You started working, I was working, and we was just trying to get it together and adjust to working from home and just keep things straight. So we had to take a bit of a hiatus, just a little bit of a mental break, which sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to step back from everything and I guess just reset. We don't reset now. We here. We back.
That's true, and it's interesting because I know that we wanted to record the other day, but I'm kinda glad that we didn't. I forgot why we ended up not, but I just didn't I wasn't feeling it that day.
You was out gallivanting. You all trail riding and everything, living your best country life.
That was one day, but then, it was another day and we were like, "We're gonna do it," remember?
Sure. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, no, I just remember, not really feeling it, and so I didn't text you to remind you, but I mean,
And it's ironic that we didn't even plan it today. So it's kind of like, hey, what you doing at 5? Let's record. So sometimes you gotta when the mood hits you,
you just gotta do it.
you gotta go ahead and do it. So that's what we're doing. Um, but yeah, we've been going for a minute. I just want to jump on here and just kind of catch people up on what's been going on. Which I mean, it's hard to remember a week when a week passes. So I don't even know what we're gonna do about this whole month passing by. But I guess, like I said, we've been working. Lord, we've been working.
I wish people could see your face right now. The face that you made was hilarious.
Been working so hard. But, it was just, hey, had to get that money. Without that money, we can't pay for all these, can't pay for the website, can't pay for Squadcast, can't pay for any of this stuff. So had to get that
Okay.
money first. But, got that check. Now we back here recording and gonna get back in the swing of things and get back in routine. But I mean, when I think about what we've been doing for the past month, it's basically been work, some play in there. We've been gaming. You've been doing your thing on Call of Duty. I've been playing Call of Duty. I don't know if I've been doing my thing. Um,
No, you have so I look back at, I made a post on No Tag Trina on Instagram with the end of game stats or whatever, and I looked and I was like, "Okay," right? 'Cause let me tell you something. I hate posting end of game stats when, one of my friends may not have had their best game. Sometimes I just be like, I wanna mark their name out, so, I don't wanna put them on blast or nothing like that, but I think for the most part, you did really well. I know L Boogie had a couple of bad games, but, yeah, for the most part, everybody was good.
well, that's something that happened. I met your friend virtually, of course, via Xbox. Your boy L Boogie. So been playing game with him, and I think just speaking on gaming, man, that's definitely something that's been getting me through.
Yeah,
It's a source of therapy for me, and I'm glad we have that, and glad my internet been good because I know some people having internet issues. So
we have,
shout out
yeah.
to AT&T, at least in my building, for keeping it together. So that's been something that I've been enjoying, and even though we haven't been playing as much, when we do, we have a good time. So that's something we've been doing over the past month. Work, game, man.
That's really
Yeah, y'all,
basically
that's gonna
it.
be it. So thank y'all for checking in. As always, like
Insert end of podcast music here. No, really, that's really been it. We haven't been doing much, so I don't even know.
Yeah, the whole point of this was really just to, get back out here and try to catch the people up on what we've been doing. But more importantly, we were just gonna get on here. I said, "Hey, let's have our next episode just be an episode where we click, record, and we'll see what goes on from there." Um, Not scripted at all, which is how things started with the podcast, and then we got into a bit more of planning. But just didn't want to be get into where we were kind of limited by that, which I don't know if we ever limited in the episode. But I guess what I'm saying is, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to work too hard because that would have kept me from doing stuff. So I know me well enough. So here we are.
Yeah, and let's clarify, it wasn't scripted, it was just that we, like, our topics, we would come up with
Oh
topics that
yeah,
we would like to talk
yeah.
about.
Scripted has a bad. That's a bad word. That scripted is a bad word.
People get confused,
Hmm.
so
No, it wasn't scripted. We didn't come in here with a whole script and like, oh, Trina and Showline start talking. But yeah, we did plan out at least what we were going to discuss. And today, I guess the only thing we plan on discussing was catching up with you guys. So hope everybody's been well. Hope you've been checking on your people. Um, check on your strong friends.
from a safe distance.
Yeah, from a safe distance, of course. Um, Hope everybody's family's doing well. Things are crazy because of that thing that's going on right now. Not even going to say it. That thing that we're all dealing with. So, just want to, you know, vocalize my prayers for you. I've been praying for you. Always praying for you. Hope that you're praying for me also too as well. And I mean, yeah, man, this is gonna be a pretty light episode. I feel we're just sitting here. We're just gonna kind of talk about things. Because my phone rings. I don't know if y'all heard that. This real life. We're recording live. This real. This ain't scripted.
So let's be honest, we might hear Max downstairs
Hey, that's
barking.
okay.
So
Max is like the unofficial third host of the show. So
I don't even know what to do with him. I still didn't send you the videos of him with his piece of bologna. So, my dad's dog, his name is Max, he's a Chihuahua, and he's really chubby. He's lost
looks like
weight, but he's
he looked
still
like a
chubby.
Thanksgiving ham.
You do call him a ham. People, whenever I do post him on social media, people think that he's a pig. They think he's a
I
pig.
get that.
But, so yesterday, I don't know, my sister dropped a piece of bologna somehow, and she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna give it to Max," was just saying a lot because that particular sister does not fool with animals. So she gave him a piece of bologna, and he likes to hide food in his, like, blankets and stuff. So he first he was just sitting there with the bologna on the blanket, guarding it. Then he tried to, like, cover it up. I gotta send you these videos. He tried to cover it up. Then he moved his blanket to, like, the center of the floor, which I don't understand, because if he doesn't want somebody to get it, why would he move it to the center? I don't know. But he started guarding it again. It was a hot mess. But come to find out, I forget that Max doesn't like for his food to, like, be big. I don't know. He prefers it to be broken up. Bougie dogs. So when my dad came in, he was like, "Yeah, he won't eat it because it's a whole piece. It's not broken into pieces." So my dad broke into pieces and he ate it. Go figure. But yeah, I gotta send you those videos.
Max is weird. Yeah, send me the videos. I'll put it in the show notes.
You should.
'Cause
It's
that's all we're gonna
interesting.
have to put in the show notes to have that.
Okay, so let's talk about something else. So the last episode that we planned to do, or whichever one where we were talking about like the structure of the video of the podcast. I don't know why I keep saying record, but well, videoing, but it was about mental health. Um,
Yeah,
and we kind of considered talking about that because I mean, I know for me personally, some days when I didn't want to record, it's just because I wasn't feeling my best,
yeah,
you know? Um, and I think that is okay. It's let me back up. Now is a time where people really need to make sure that they're taking care of themselves because, people are stuck in the house. People who are not good with working from home are being forced to work at home, just all types of stuff that could play into, throwing you off, mentally, so and emotionally. So, I just wanted to mention that. I don't know if that's something that you like to talk about a little bit more.
I
Um
mean, yeah, I mean, it's definitely something we want to talk about because even what even went into us posting that last episode a week late, has a lot to do with mental health, anxiety, and just being a little bit burned out in a sense because we end up recording it on a Monday, which we typically record on Sundays, but we had some bad weather on Easter Sunday, and then Monday work was just, I mean, they had me working. Believe it or not, can't believe that. I mean, who don't make any
how
sense.
dare you have to work for that?
Excuse me, but had to work. So Monday became Tuesday, Tuesday became Wednesday, and so on and so forth. And then we decided to post it the following week, and then we didn't record because it's just having those days where just couldn't do it. Some days you're gonna have those times where you just can't, and some people take that as defeat, but sometimes you just gotta not do anything. You gotta be still because I mean, I know myself well enough. I spend a lot of time with myself, put in a lot of work to really get to know who I am as a person and what I need. During different, when it comes to different types of situations, especially with my when my mental health is concerned. So, just have to weigh the options of, what is this going to mean if I don't do this versus what it's going to mean if I do. Is this something I can afford to not do? Just really having a lot of self-talk moments, and there was just one of those moments I had to just chill out, and that is what led us to have the discussion about having episode dedicated to mental health, which this won't be it. Of course, we're touching on it right now, but I think it's gonna be something that's recurring because mental health is every day. uh,
Mhm.
it's something that I think oftentimes we neglect. And I've had my bout with mental illness and know people who've been affected. So, and like you said, in times like this, people are being forced into environments they don't want to be in. Like being at home, some people thrive off that human interaction and they need that. And no matter how much they complain about being at the workplace, they need that bit, even if it's just for the separation, because I think that gets to people a lot. We talked about that a bit, like just having that separation set up in your household when we had that episode about remote work. Um, and for me, I kind of got a bit more separation, work versus home a few weeks ago because I got a second computer. And simple as it is, turning off my PC, which I work do my my 9 to 5 on, and switching over to my Mac. That's the equivalent of hitting my badge and walking out the door. And it's made a big difference over the past few weeks. So, like right now, I mean, I'm not at work right now. I'm not in the same desk, basically. I mean, even though I am physically, I feel like I'm at a different desk right now. So, you know, because that was a challenge I had because I work and play. When we start, if we game tonight, I'm be at the same desk in the same chair. So, um, you know, we wanted to talk about mental health a bit because it affected us not recording again, and it's something that we deal with every day. Um, and I guess we can go into like if there's any tips that you have that help you get through the day. Why she's like you looking like that? I'm putting you on
Good.
the spot. Oh, I
Yeah.
forgot I can't put you on the spot. My bad. Can't ask you
I
about
had to.
yourself. Can't do
Yeah, I know.
anything on the spot. Oh
I
my
know.
god.
I need to work on that. I'm gonna work on I was working on it when we were, recording it consistently just because those questions would come up, you know what I mean? Um,
It's like your face changed. I said, if you have any tips, she was like deer in the headlights. Come on now.
my bad. Um, do I have any tips? Um, I don't I will put them in the show notes, but I will say something today. Like, so today I was, system issue Sally at work. So I tried to log okay. Oh, also, let me tell y'all. Y'all know, and this is part of the story I'm about to tell. If you've listened to every episode, you heard an episode when I talked about my biggest fear. One of my biggest fears is that I will wake up and I will forget all my passwords. Therefore, Reg has a lot of my passwords for me, right? Except my work password. He doesn't have that, right? I go to log into work, type in the password that I thought was the password, which I'm gonna get back to that. was not correct. So I kept trying, kept trying. There's no forgot password option on my work PC. So I just kept trying. I tried like 20 times and it finally kicked me out. But yeah, I was just like, gosh, people who listen to the podcast would like love to hear this because it happened. Finally happened, friend.
And that just goes to show how locked in I was at the beginning of the day, because I didn't give you any shit about that this morning.
I
I
know.
had to been thinking about just work all day. I didn't even think about that. Like,
I know.
you sent me that. I don't even know what I replied, but I ain't making any jokes or anything.
Your response was one of those responses I was like, "Oh boy, here it comes." Like I felt it. But I guess you didn't really like, you were so focused that you didn't come back to it. What did you say?
I don't even know, but I was off my game because I guess Monday morning and thinking about, because I already knew one task I had to handle this morning, and that's probably it. And then I actually went to sleep. I was kind of early last night and got some good sleep. So I woke up. I'm like refreshed, just trying to plan out my day in my head. So hmm.
You responded with wow. With wow. But anyway, so it turns out that the issue wasn't that I forgot my password. It was that there was just a system issue that was completely out of my control. I was not able to get into my system all day, which if I'm honest, I don't mind, because a little more relaxing. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I
they ain't
got you.
calling on me at work to read because they calling us like we're 4th graders, that type stuff. But, but at the same time, I don't like to be that person who's, you know, their system's not working, they're off their game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, I did find a workaround. I ended up logging into our Zoom meeting. One of my coworkers sent me the Zoom information, so I logged into the Zoom meeting from my iPad and was able to watch it. Um, but yeah, so and that was like halfway through the day. But anyway, backing up to get to my tip, I was determined not to let that bother my day because it's easy. It's easy to get frustrated. Like I could have easily been like, "Oh my gosh, like my password's not working, my workstation's not working, whatever, whatever." And I've had, system issues before and it annoyed me and frustrated me. But I was just determined not to let that ruin my day. Like I didn't even allow myself to have a moment. Like I was like, this is not gonna be a moment, because I don't want this to set the tone for my day. So, I just it's one of those things like we often hear the serenity prayer. It's one of those things, there's Max. It's one of those things that's out of my control, so why should I stress about it? So, really just self-talk, reminding yourself that sometimes things are out of your control and there's no need to really get too worked up about it. Sometimes we're gonna get worked up. It's gonna happen. But I just try my best not to get worked up sometimes.
And I think sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes you need to just go off about something. I can't lie. So it's just the flip side of that tip. Like, even if sometimes I know I can't change something, I don't care. I'm about to call somebody. I'm about to, I'm either gonna text Trina about it, and then she was like, "Well, what can we do to fix it?" Nothing. I don't want to do anything. Like,
I
well, let's talk about what can we do. I don't want to do anything. Like, that's that's been a recurring theme here lately. Like, well, friend, what can we do? And it's like nothing.
but you know what I've realized, like, in doing that, because I do, of course, I don't ever want you to feel, like, upset and stuff like that, which, is gonna happen, but if I could make you happier or fix the issue or help you fix the issue or find a solution, I'll try to do that, but also, I try to remember that sometimes I feel like that too, like, I don't wanna talk about no solution, I just wanna be upset, and I wanna vent, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I don't want you to do too much planning. So that's why I'd be like, I don't want to do anything. Like, how can we avoid this in the future? We can't. It's gonna happen again, and I'm gonna text you again. And so, and, so I mean, I guess that's another thing. Like, work on your communication to where you can be like clear in
Yeah,
what you need from your friends and how they
yeah,
can support you. Because sometimes the only way they can support you is to reply to your text message,
yeah.
not with anything substantial, like nothing to help. Be like, yeah, okay. Okay, I understand that. Like that's sometimes that's all you want because you don't have the energy to work through things, or like it's not something you want to work towards, but it's bothering you in that moment. So what have we covered now? Like, uh, don't get too worked up about things you can't change, but also sometimes cuss and fuss about the things you can't change.
It's balance. Life is about balance, right? So sometimes you're gonna have times where you just not gonna be bothered by it. Sometimes you're gonna be bothered. It's life. Life is balance. But let me also say that I've not always been like that. I've not always been like, just saying okay and just letting you vent. Like I remember a time where I would be frustrated because you wouldn't want to find a solution. But, again, I realized that I'm like that sometimes, and like people don't always want a solution in that moment. Maybe we'll visit it later, but at that moment they just want to be heard and they just want to vent. So,
Yeah, and just kind of try to learn how your friends respond to things and what they need
yes,
from you in those different moments because
that's exactly it.
we've all seen those posts on social media about giving your friends advice that they never take. Stop giving advice then. Sometimes you don't need
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
point. There's no
Friend,
point.
listen, me and you have talked about that. That and I've never looked at those memes and thought that, so it's good that you brought that up, but yeah, no, that's real. Stop giving it because I've done that.
I mean, we're gonna do it. We like, hey, something that Trina tell me. Well, you're gonna do what you want to do anyway.
Oh, you
And I
gonna
used
bring
to
that
get pissed. Sometimes I get
you
pissed off about it still,
you
but
gonna bring
shit,
that up right
it's
now.
true. I'm just saying, it's facts though. We having an open conversation. We talk about mental health and how you communicate with your friends and tools you can use. So here we are.
That's
And I
true.
mean, it's the truth. Sometimes, hey, I mean, I guess the biggest takeaway from this is if you really take the time to understand your friends and how they communicate and how they deal with certain things, then the friendship's just going to be stronger and that helps your communication in other relationships. Hold on, y'all. This is live. Hold on. This is a spider crawling. Sorry.
That's
This
so
live,
funny.
y'all. This live TV. We'll do a video. We're all gonna do a speaking of TV and live, and since Trina keep talking about video,
Yeah, I don't know
we
why.
do plan on doing a Facebook Live one day. Um, I don't know when, but we do plan on
Yeah,
doing a Facebook Live. I think just try to figure out a day that's gonna work best for our people, so we can make sure people are going to be there. And because we would like it to be, we don't want to just simply record a podcast episode. We would like it to be interactive. So we'll
yeah,
start putting out some things about that and hopefully get that together sometime soon in the coming months, because I think that'll be cool to have people there to join in the conversation and we can just feed off each other's energy.
yeah.
So that's just something to put out there. So I mean,
I
you
think
know
that'd be fun.
shout out to that spider for giving me that segue. R.I.P. R.I.P. but,
That's so unfortunate.
but that's gonna be cool. I did see, and I saw a cool tool I told you about that I want to use on there. That I saw that this podcast, oh no, girl, yes. Robin and Eunice, they have a podcast and they did a Facebook Live. So shout out to them. Um, I'll throw a link to their podcast in the show notes. Just show some love, you know what I mean? But yeah. So what's next? We kind of covered social. I was going to say we kind of covered social media. Lord, we kind of
Social
we
media.
kind of covered. Which I mean, social media is linked to mental illness. Also, I did
That's
see
true.
where my friend April, who has a podcast. Look, I'm just gonna shout out my podcast friends today. Let's show some love. Let's show some love. But my friend April was talking about like how which her podcast, she has a podcast with two of her friends, Three Psychs and a Mic, check them out. But she was talking about like being at home and having to see social media more often and seeing that some of the people that she's interacted with in the past have some beliefs that she, it kind of, I mean, I think was us being at home more, we're maybe posting more and then in turn seeing more. And some people are really letting their beliefs show through their social media. And it's kind of like she was talking about how ignorance is bliss sometimes, because you can have an opinion about somebody and then they share something on social media and you'd be like, ah, not
That's
you,
happened recently for
not
me.
you. You know what I mean? So um, I guess as far as mental illness goes and mental health, I should say, man, maybe limit that social media more now than ever, which is kind of hard to do because it's your window, really your window to the outside world now.
Also, friend, unfollow
Oh yeah,
people, and I've seen this meme before, but it's something that I've done. Unfollow people who like just aren't good for your mental health. Like if you find yourself comparing yourself to people, or if the person may be toxic for whatever reason. There's different reasons why people can be toxic. Unfollow those people. Like just like, listen, you unfollow them, you're not gonna miss them. You're not gonna miss them at all. But it's funny that you mentioned that about people and their beliefs, because I've got to that I'm very serious about right? Obviously. Um, but people people are just, I don't know. People be peopling, right? And so I've gotten to where, because before I would see posts of like people talking about COVID and people just not practicing social distancing or what have you. And dang, I said the word. We said we weren't gonna say
I wasn't gonna say anything. I'll bleep it out.
it.
I'll bleep it
but
out. It's
um
fine.
but yeah, like I get disgusted. But I got to where now I'm just scrolling past them, like scrolling past it, because like, I know that, like I know people who have had COVID, and they've spoken about, how serious it was and how horrible it was to wake up and not have your family there and all this different stuff. So when I see people who are like not taking it seriously, of course that frustrates me, it upsets me. But now I'm able to just swipe through. Some people I unfollowed,
Yeah,
but for the most part, I'm able to just swipe through. So it's really, and that comes for self-talk. I had a conversation with myself like, Trina, like people be peopling. People be peopling. They've been doing this forever. Like, just keep
they're gonna keep
swiping.
on doing it.
Like 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 unfollow them or keep swiping. And I choose to keep swiping sometimes. So it's interesting that you brought that up. That's very true.
And I just unfollow people sometime if I find myself not watching their stories at all.
That too. That's but let me tell you what I do, and this happens at least, I'll say probably every couple of days, but I'll scroll, and I've seen you do this too now that I think about it. I'll scroll, and I'll stop, and I'll be like, "Why am I even following them?" And then, like, I'll keep scrolling, and it'll bother me so bad, and I'll just go back to it and be like, "I'm about to unfollow you."
And I mean, and it's all love. I mean, for the most, I mean, if it's somebody I know, it's like you cool, but
Yeah, it's no ill will.
you're not really adding anything. Which I mean, you're a bad person. Somebody else might get something from your content, but hey,
Yeah.
it's my feed, and I can do what I
Right.
want.
That face
So
you just made is funny.
I think I think there was a time when we definitely felt a bit obligated, like, oh, that's the homie, we keep them on here, I mean, at the very least, mute them or something. But I'm kind of like, I remember one day I couldn't even find how you mute somebody's story. And I said, you know what, bro? If I got to mute you, might as well just go ahead and unfollow you. And it
That's
was
true,
really
but
just for their
yeah.
stories, like their posts were cool. But it's like, man, I guess it's kind of, in that case, that's a little bit different. That's a bit laziness on my part. I could find out how to mute the story, so I just unfollow them. But
Friend.
you gotta protect your peace though, which
Yeah, you do.
I'm big on that. Protect your peace. Uh, Well, that's a whole nother story because you say protect your peace, but then also some people be using it as a cop out.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's a whole nother time, a whole nother episode. But friend, I've never felt obligated. Okay, so let's talk about this real quick. I am that friend, and I'm gonna give a disclaimer when I finish. I am that friend
Whoa, whoa,
who
whoa! Disclaimer's supposed to come first,
I
Trina.
know, but I wanna give it at the end. I
Oh
wanna give it
Lord.
at the end.
Okay, go ahead.
I am that friend who If I'm not feeling your picture, I'm not gonna like your picture just 'cause I'm your friend. Like some friends feel like they have to like people's pictures just 'cause they're friends. I think a lot of people do that, not me. If I ain't feeling it.
If that fit ain't right, Trina ain't like it. If your baby ugly, Trina, let me stop.
Oh, I
Let
didn't
me
say,
stop. Let
oh,
me stop.
free
I'm just
free
kidding. I'm
No,
just trying
I
to have
actually
a good
wanna
time.
hear what you about to
I'm
say.
just
Go
trying to
ahead.
have a good time. I'm just trying to have a good
No,
time.
go
Ain't no
ahead.
problem.
Well, say it.
Problem.
What you about to say?
That's it.
What you
What? You act like I was about to say something else.
Oh,
Now you
I don't
going
know, that's why
somewhere else.
I was just saying. But yeah,
Oh
no. I
Lord,
mean,
what if Trina Friends got an ugly baby, y'all? She just she just
I didn't say that. No, 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 no. No, no, well,
now all your
okay.
friends with babies gonna be like, "Is it my baby?"
I know they are. Yeah, that's true.
If
But
you
no,
think it's
I
your
don't.
baby, hey, hold on. If you think it's your baby, it is. Anyways,
Oh my god.
uh,
Oh my god.
shoot.
Oh man,
Oh
my
man,
stomach
I
hurt from
can't
that
fool
laugh.
with you.
Listen, no, here's my thing. I probably should. Yeah, I'm gonna say it because I don't care. I don't think very many babies are pretty when they're first born. And some people may say that I say that because I'm not a mom. No, the type of person I am, being a mom's not gonna keep me from saying that. Okay, like to me, a lot of babies look like aliens. That's just what it is. My
Yeah,
nephews look like aliens when they were babies. I told my sister and my brother-in-law that. They don't get offended because listen to Max. Because they know that it's true, right? But you do have some babies that are pretty from day one. But yeah. So yeah, I don't always like people's babies' pictures for whatever reason.
yeah.
Don't get offended.
My baby was
It's
cute. My baby was cute, but uh, on that note, he was
did
my
I
baby
like
was.
did I like his pictures when he was a baby? No,
I
I'm
don't
just
know,
kidding. I'm just
but
kidding.
that
I'm just
was oddly enough. That's the first thing that Iris asked me.
Yeah, my sister
Is
did
he
the
cute?
same when my nephews were born. Yeah.
I said, well, he got all fingers and all toes. He's breathing. It's fine.
That's
He, I
funny.
mean, he was. I mean, they come out, they all covered in stuff. I mean, he was cute. He was cute after they put his little get up on and everything. But when he first came out, shoot, after what I just saw, I didn't think anything was cute at that moment. I mean, this was one of the happiest moments of my life, but that's something to see. That's a whole
Yeah.
nother story.
Oh, no,
But
I know. Believe I saw it all too. My first nephew was born, so I feel you. But no, I've seen a picture. I think I've seen a newborn picture of Ian, and he look like an alien too. All babies do, you know?
I know
That's not
when
to
he
say
was on that
they're ugly.
table, they'd be looking like a little feral pig or something. I don't know. They had to let some air get to him. So,
You're
but
terrible.
anyways,
But but
anyways,
I but what got us to this was us talking about feeling obligated like your friend's post. Now, friends, don't get me wrong. If I haven't been liking your post, it's not necessarily because I'm not feeling it. Maybe I just ain't see it. Okay. But there are times when I'm just not feeling the picture, so I don't like it. It ain't nothing personal. It's just me, you know?
hmm.
Do you like all your friends' pictures just because they're your friends?
No, I like pictures I like.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, I like pictures I like. You know what I'm saying? And that even goes. Oh, prime example. It isn't even about pictures. It's just about posts. Cause my mama, hey mama, my mama listens to the podcast. Hey mama,
You better not say nothing mean about my
boy,
friend.
she will repost some stuff, and I'll be like, I ain't reposting that. You trying to put me in a box here? It'd be like, this little black baby won't get shared. I'm like, sure won't, because you trying to put me in a box where I got to share it. But anyway,
You
speaking of mamas,
silly.
that's something. Okay, so given our hiatus, we did miss Mother's Day, so I did want
Yeah.
to make sure that we touched on that. Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas. We're sorry we missed you.
Yeah.
Without you, there is no us. Special shout out to Vanessa and Eleanor. If y'all know our mamas, gonna tell them Happy Mother's Day again, especially if you didn't, because you fake if you didn't tell them Happy Mother's Day to begin with.
Mhm.
I ain't getting
That
nobody
that
now.
face you just made was so funny.
But I would say this year I definitely went through my phone and sent a message to all the mothers in my phone.
Did you?
Uh, yep, all of them. I
Oh,
don't
that's
have Vanessa.
thoughtful.
I don't have Miss Washington. Miss Washington in my
But you
phone.
told her happy birthday. Happy birthday. You told her happy
Happy
Mother's Day
birthday
though.
to her too. I don't know when her birthday is, but yeah.
I think we were on the phone when you told her. Yeah, I think we were on the phone when
Yeah.
you told her.
I definitely wanted to say that since we did miss that. I got plenty of mamas in my life, man. I am a product of the old adage that it takes a village to raise a child. I was born Christmas holidays, my parents' senior year in high school, and they didn't get it together for a long time because they were young and they had another baby 18 months after me. So they were doing the best they can, but man, I had loving grandmothers. I knew both my great grandmothers, my aunts, awesome, just, family friends, older cousins, just, extremely thankful for them. Thankful for all the women that I've met along the way. Cause hey, be it completely transparent, some of the women I dated had to help raise me too. So
Mm,
happy Mother's Day to y'all.
you stupid. You so stupid.
It's
You
true though. It's true though. But
yes, that
I
is
definitely
true.
want to again. I want to make sure that we at least gave them a shout out and gave them their flowers, which we always do. But we have a public forum in this podcast, and definitely want to shout them out because as many a days I wouldn't have made it except for my mama. If it were
Mama,
not for my mama, I
mama.
would not made it. So, mama, I love you. You the homie. We grew up together. I was always able to
Obviously,
keep it real with you.
we
I
grew up
mean,
together.
I'm saying we legit grew up
I get what
together.
you're saying. I know what
I
you're saying.
sometimes, and just to go into something else, I think about that. I'm 37 and I have an 11-year-old child. When my mom was 37, I wanted to mess up the math, but I'm pretty sure she had two high school graduates, or Brittany was getting ready to graduate. Yeah, Brittany was getting ready to graduate. And then she had another one. She had another one that was 8 years behind me. So I don't know, man. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. And I'm telling you, and another thing, I'm just, you know what? Let me just get in. Let me just settle in here. Don't cut me off, Trina. Don't cut me off. Let me just settle in here.
Okay.
Ain't nothing like a black woman, y'all. Let me tell you. Black women are they are the strongest human beings on this planet. And also by far the most mistreated human beings on this planet. So I'm gonna just go for mothers and give a shout out and give flowers to all the black women that I know. Trina, you black? Give you some flowers.
Time out. Wait. Wait. No, I don't wanna cut you off because I want you to keep going. But you're silly, you know that?
I just trying to have a good time.
You're
Hey
real
man,
silly.
it was a good day. Today
Wait,
was a
by
good day.
when you say Trina, you black, you mean I'm black woman or
Meaning
you
that's what
mean
you check on the
from skin
standardized
color?
test. Meaning that's what you check on the standardized test. You black than a motherfucker too. Black than a motherfucker. But man, let me stop. Hey man.
Silly. You
Oh
so
my god.
what
I don't even know. You know what? I started with that. It was serious. It was serious, and then I had to act a fool.
go back, 'cause I like that. I was so you was like, "Let's settle in here." And I settled into my I don't know if you saw me, but I settled into my seat a little bit. I was like, "Let's see what my friend about to say."
I don't know, friend. We got to wrap this up pretty soon because I'm just in that silly mode right now. I don't know.
No, that's fine.
Oh goodness.
That's you.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Just and that's something I've been thinking about lately. I don't know, just Mother's Day and just how my folks been coming through for me, which is nothing out of the ordinary. Don't get me wrong. My family and friends coming through for me, nothing out of the ordinary. But just here lately, I don't know what it is. It's been hitting different. I don't know if it may have something to do that with the fact that I don't really feel comfortable going home to visit right now, just given everything that's going on and my grandmother being there. That's definitely something I've been thinking about her a whole lot. I don't know. I guess there's a lot of reflection going on.
Yeah.
Just thinking about my life as a whole and where I am and what I've been through. Because I mean, I'm a homebody anyway, but being at this house been hitting different a lot lately, and there's been a lot of moments of reflection, and that's one thing I've been reflecting on. And not to take away from all the men in my life, my pops, uncles, friends, not to take away from y'all, but come on now, y'all gotta just be keep it real, keep it real. Y'all know who who we owe it all to. So I just really been thinking about that. And then also, um, something going on with Ian. He had issue. Um, he's fine, but he had issue with, he had something going on with his tonsils, and just how I was responding to it versus how my mom, my sister,
And
and
Trina.
Ian's mom was responding to it.
Trina responded to it. Wait, time out. That was one of those times where I just like I don't know if you remember how I was responding, but I was like, okay, Trina, just let him respond the way that he needs to respond. There's no need to really comment. Because you were feeling it, you know?
Yeah. And I guess, that just goes because women have to deal with so much more, man, than, mothers deal. It's like you get upgraded to, sadly enough, you're a black woman and you become a black mother, you get upgraded to more, to like more mistreatment in a lot of cases and people looking at you a certain way. And I guess just, through the things that women have to deal with, it's like some things just don't get to them. Like they always, there's that joke like when a man has a cold, we are like at our weakest then. But
Yes.
hey, it's just true, man. I mean, man, we could go on and on and on about that. I don't think we'll just, you know what? We're gonna have a whole episode just dedicated to the black woman.
Okay. But oh my gosh. So, well, side note, let me just say this real quick. I've only met 2 guys in my life who, and this is so serious, who did not act like a baby when they were sick, and I was so shocked. So shocked. Still shocked to this day because 'cause I'm obviously talking about it right now. But yeah, no, I really appreciate when number 1, when people give black women their flowers, but especially when black men give us our flowers, I think we've talked before about how T Merck, he does that often.
Oh yeah, shout out to T Bird.
He's always celebrating black women, and I don't know, maybe we can have him possibly?
Oh, I think T Bird would be happy to come on and speak for a bit for sure.
Yeah, but I yeah, yeah, and, like, I really appreciate and it's funny that you say it's something that you've been thinking about lately because it's something that I've thought about in the last few weeks as well. Just being appreciated and man, it's tough being a black woman. It it really in so many aspects of life, it really is. So when we are, when we do receive, um, appreciation, it makes us feel good, man.
And we should definitely make it more the norm because we did speak about that one time. He's like,
Yeah.
you really appreciate it and how it made you feel, but it should be the norm.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's work on that, guys, gals, people. So yeah, man, I just wanted to say that little bit. Um, yeah, shout out to my mama. She gonna listen to this. She asked me a few weeks ago, when y'all gonna record another podcast?
She called me, was it the day before Mother's Day? Or maybe the week before Mother's Day, she called me, and she was telling me about the podcast, and she's like, "I listened to all the episodes," and she was telling me what she liked about each of the episodes, so shout out to your mama, I love her.
Yeah, she called. I mean, she real deal called me after she caught up. I don't even know what episode we were on, but when she caught up, she called and gave me a little review. I said, okay, then.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
'cause mama gonna look out, but she gave me a real review. I said, okay, mama really listened to this, and she listened to it from a place of not my mama. She just enjoyed it, and I can appreciate that. But yeah, so again, shout out to my mama, all the mamas. Shout out to all the women. We love you. We're thankful for you. And I mean, I know as black men, I mean, I definitely mistreated some black women in my life, but that's hey.
Let me tell you what my dad says. For those of you who don't know, I think we mentioned it before, my dad's a pastor, and whenever he is preaching and he says something about, wrongdoings that someone has done, he always follows it up with, "If you've done that, it's fine. We all make mistakes, we're all human, but the important thing is to not do that anymore and to do better." And I love that he follows that up. So, friend, if you've done that, and I know that you have,
many times over.
Like, I know that you feel bad about it. I know that you do better. So, you know, it is what it is now.
But like I said in the past episode, all the good I've done in my life, all the triumphs I've had, I owe it to the good women in my family. Everything else, they had nothing to do with it. So, and on that note, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I mean, I really liked what this episode became. So, shout out to us. Shout out to us for recording
Yeah,
today, and shout
yeah.
out to me for editing
Oh,
it,
what?
editing it. Shout out for me for making the time to edit it later,
Yeah, change that sentence up all the way.
editing it. Yeah, there we go. As always, well, did you have anything else to add, friend? I'm sorry. Forgive me. Did you have anything to add before we end
You're
this
gonna do what you
episode?
wanna do anyway.
Basically, but do you have anything to add?
Wait, time out, y'all, that really is something that I hit him with whenever we had disagreements. I really do always
We
hit
can
him
get
with
into
it.
those disagreements another day, boy.
No, we don't ever have to talk about those disagreements. But anyway, no, I don't have anything to add. I have enjoyed, recording this. I was about to say filming again. Maybe I'm speaking something into existence.
Maybe,
Bring it on,
maybe.
Lord. We will. We will accept that. But, no, I've enjoyed recording this. I enjoy working because we really said that we were just gonna get on here and talk. We've done that. We've talked about some
Definitely did that
actual stuff, so
for sure.
Oh, wait, no, I meant to ask you this earlier. What's one thing although I don't remember what today is. I'm sorry, don't remember what today is, but
Today is Monday.
oh, okay, thank you, friend. Um, what's one thing that's made you smile in the last week?
Oh, I didn't forget about that. I just since we ain't been on in a month, I said we just do that next time. Something that's made me smile in the last week. Yeah, I mean, I've had plenty to smile about. I mean, what's one thing? I don't know, just everything with Ian, because I was pretty messed up
He
about
ready
like it
stop. He
being
ready
ill.
definitely stop.
That's my boy. That's my baby. I mean, I'd be messed up
I
when he
know.
got something going on. But just him being silly, and as much as I complained about him being silly, I kind of, a lot of times I just say other stuff so he'll be sillier. So it's like, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, just something that made me smile was like, oh, actually, Friday we ended up getting on a FaceTime with my mom, me, Ian, and my mom, because he wanted a game, and I was like, "Won't you ask Nana about it?" Because I didn't want to pay for it. But in the end, I ended up paying for it because it was just he got on my nerves enough at that point. But we did end up FaceTiming my sister and my mom, so that made me smile. Also, another thing that made me smile, I got to see two of my nieces. My mom called me late one night. She FaceTimed me late one night, and my nieces were there, so I got to see them. I don't get to see them much, so I
Hey,
always
Uncle
smile when I see them,
Reggie.
and that's exactly what they said as soon as they got on. Hey, Uncle Reggie. So that's another thing, man. And then just being here, like there's definitely some things going on in my life that I don't jail with, but I have had the presence of mind to just pause for a moment and realize that none of that stuff matters, and I'm here. So that's something that's made me smile. So like I said, in the past week, I had plenty. In the past month, I don't no time to even cover that.
Yeah.
So, what's made you smile in the past week?
Um, a lot. I'm here with my family, so that always keeps me smiling. Baby Noah keeps me smiling. Melissa's Noah, he's walking. That makes me smile. Um, Lord, y'all on the game makes me smile because y'all are silly. Y'all are silly.
We still got to get that together so they can hear some of that,
I
some of that
know,
audio.
like,
It's
I
ridiculous.
I yeah, I really so I believe in keeping some friends separate sometimes, but, I love how well I feel like you've meshed well with my friends that we played the game with, but I don't know, you and Ellis just take it to another level.
Yeah, it's
Y'all
just like automatic, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's like y'all have been knowing each other for a very long time, so
And it's been what, a week, 2 weeks, maybe.
yeah, right. But y'all did that the first day, y'all just clicked, and, I mean, singing songs together.
Oh, that's been it. Hey, man. Hey, no matter what, no ma I don't care. Man, I've thrown some stuff out there, and Ellison came right in there. Movie quotes,
Yeah,
yeah, that's my guy right there. Shout out
yeah.
to L Book.
So that that brings joy to my heart, so, yeah, a lot of just like you said, a lot of things making us smiles. But we can wrap it up here, friend,
I was gonna say something else, I done forgot what it was now.
about smiling, about, music, quotes, Ellis, the game. This face you making.
I did
Is
not
it
know.
about us figuring out how to be able to hear us on the game?
Oh, I know what it was. I got it. Shout out another friend, because we got the question of what made you smile this week. Crystal gave us my friend Crystal. She gave us that idea. Thought that was pretty cool, and that's something that we've incorporated. And shout out to Crystal. She returned to her office today. Lord, I hope it was a great day, Crystal. Been gone since I don't know how long it said. She been out of the office for a good bit. So
Really?
I pray that everything went
Yeah,
well at work. I know that's got to be an adjustment to make, but yeah, just wanted to shout her out, and yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got that in. So yeah, but as always, folks, follow us on to interwebs. All those links are in the show notes. I am Reggie is who on Instagram and Twitter, which I realize I have never tweeted from that account, so we'll correct that. Trina is ATWash101 on Instagram and the Twitters. And check out dubsquaredpodcast.com where you can find all the places that you can listen to this podcast. You find all our social medias, Dub Square Pod, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're going to be making a valiant effort to become more active so we can start those conversations with y'all outside of the text messages we get from our close friends. But yeah, that's all I got.
that's
This
it,
is this
that's
this shaped
all.
up to be okay.
It did,
I'm
we did well.
I'm proud of us.
I'm proud of us too.
Shout out to us, man. But anyways, hey, as always, y'all, take care of yourselves and each other. Shout out Jay Springer.
Love you for listening.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.